Page 49. Truly, the prophets gave you and give you recommendations as they are given for the equality of all people of your kind, or human beings, and for the equivalence and the rights of the woman and the man and the children, so that you may understand it. Truly, you have received life through the laws of origination, or creation, and through its works, but you disregard the laws and recommendations of origination, or creation, as you also disregard the teaching of the proclaimers, the prophets, and revile them, and do not give them any thanks, although they are fighting for the truth and for your well-being, because they are knowing and wise, and bring you their love. But you do not want to be knowing, and you threaten them with death, despite the fact that they teach you. So you shall lead a better and inequitable, or fair/responsible life. Truly, there is scarcely a single one amongst you who would give a prophet a goodly gesture of appreciation, or give consent, so that he could increase knowledge with further knowledge. Truly, you belittle the prophet's knowledge of the truth, and increase your unknowledge, so you do not find the truth, but search for the real truth, and fight for it in a peaceful wise once you have found it. Fight in a peaceful and gewaltless wise for the truth of formation, or creation, and its laws and recommendations, against those who fight you and the real truth. But in doing this, do not exceed the bounds of goodness and equitableness, or fairness/responsibility, so that you do not fall into acts of Gewalt, because lack of restraint and Gewalt are not liked by the people of your kind, or human beings. Be at all times peaceful to those who believe themselves to be your enemies, who fight you and drive you from one place to another, and love those who call themselves your enemies for the sake of their dignification, or being human in the real and true sense, as people of your kind, and do not hate them because of their bad deeds, but only assess their bad deeds, and do not make assessments about the people of your kind, or human beings, as people of your kind, or human beings. And wherever you meet any who give themselves as your enemies, then do not deem them to be enemies on your own account either. Do not kill or murder them, or drive them away, but offer them the hand of peace and create friendship between you and them. Therefore, do not pursue those who believe themselves to be your enemies either, in order to mete out evil revenge and retaliation on them, because persecution and revenge and retaliation are as bad as manslaughter. If your self-appointed enemies attack you, then fight against them with gewaltsame Gewaltlosigkeit, with words and deeds, but you shall not kill in Ausartung, but only if there is an inescapable danger to your life, so that you only kill in defense in extremis, or self-defense, when your life is threatened. When, however, the ones who believe they are your enemies let go of you, then show them benevolence, or humanity, and forgiveness, so that there will be peace between you. Only fight against your self-appointed enemies with the means of knowledge and peace, until their persecution of you ceases, and they allow rationality in themselves. And when they cease their persecution of you, and turn to you in peace, then know that you shall not show any hostility to them, just as you shall not harbor any hostility towards the unknowing ones, and those who are without equitableness, or unfair ones/irresponsible ones/inequitable ones. If the ones who call themselves your enemies, or those without equitableness, or unfair ones, irresponsible ones, inequitable ones, or unknowing ones defile your honor and dignity and your righteousness, or conscientiousness, through lying and deception and slander, or calumny, then their actions shall not be retributed by you with lovelessness and hatred, or with revenge and other evil. In all laws of the formation or creation and the appearance or nature, there are no laws of retaliation and revenge, neither of hatred nor other evil. If those who call themselves your enemies, as well as unknowing ones, or those without equitableness, or unfair ones / irresponsible ones / inequitable ones, commit brutality, then do not punish them with hostility or hatred and revenge, or retaliation and other evil, but practice equitableness, or be fair / fairness, and strive for forgiveness, and know that equitableness or fairness is with those who nourish it. If a fallible human being commits brutality against you in any wise, and you cannot defend yourselves against it through rationality and equitableness or being fair, then do not administer punishment yourselves through self-justice. Rather, call on the authority or jurisdiction, so that the matter and the things will be clarified by them, and the fallible ones judged in accordance with equitableness or fairness, and the dignification of people of your kind or humanity, as is appropriate for the offense committed against you. Give donations as often as you can and are able, for the sake of the truth, the teaching of the truth, the teaching of the Spirit, the teaching of the life, so that the teaching of the truth concerning the primal wellspring or creation and its laws and recommendations spread themselves. But in spreading the teaching, do not cast yourselves into ruin by your own hand. Therefore, do not donate more than your power and your wealth permit. Do good at all times, and do not undertake commerce with the truth teaching, just as you shall also not proclaim it at the top of your voice, and not attack and make enemies of unknowing ones and believers in gods and tin gods with the teaching, and as you also shall not try to proselytize them. And, for the sake of the truth, always carry out everything in honesty and equitableness or fairness, and instruct or teach your next ones, without encouraging and without coercing them, in the words of the truth, and in the laws and recommendations of the primal wellspring or creation, so that they may also learn and be in agreement with them in order to live in equitableness, or to be fair / to live in fairness, and to lead a good life.